The moment I get a new hairstyle, everything about me changes. Even my birthday changes. The way I walk, the way I talk, I even start to sound a little different. Hello?
I'm finally happy. Finally, my life is rosy. Well, maybe rosy.
I hate when I get my hair done and people be like, you look cute, you look cute, you look cute. Duh. I do this on a regular.
Looking like a 10 over 10 plus 10.
Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare right now to be sick of me.
You see how I do my hair? A very modest length. I don't do too long. I like to keep, very mid-length, very reasonable, very respectable.
Babe, I just got my hair done, the sun out.
Let's be honest, it feels so good to get your hair done, right? You feel like you can take over the world because you got a new style and nobody can tell you anything but.
Can someone please explain to me why your hair is still the same length ever since you started doing protective styles like braids, sew-ins, wigs, cornrows, twists? You've been told that protective styles grow your hair, but if that were true, your hair would be down to your back right now, wouldn't it be? Let's be honest, how many protective styles have you done in the past year? 5, 10, 3? And yet every time you take your hair down, it still looks the same. I spent years doing everything right, but when I made this one shift, everything changed. In just 60 days, I saw my hair being fuller, thicker, healthier, stronger, and I was even able to retain length. I documented everything and put it in an ebook called Growth Reset so that you don't have to struggle like I did. If you're tired of doing everything right and still not seeing growth, click the link in the description box and get yourself the 60-day hair growth reset. Growing up, I believed that doing protective styles was the answer. That as long as your hair is tucked away, it is growing. That twists, braids, wigs were the answer to getting long, natural hair. And I was even once told that if I don't braid my hair is going to break off. But what no one told me was protective styles can only protect what you maintain. And if you're not caring for your hair underneath, they're not protective, they're just styles. I had to learn this the hard way. I used to leave my protective styles in for quite some time and I never used to moisturize it, care for it, nourish it, wash it. I would just leave it alone. And with each install, my hairline started to become thinner, my hair started to become weak, and it was just falling off. I felt like it was not growing because every time I take it down, it's still the same. Every time people see my hair, they're like, oh, Sandra, did you cut your hair? I'm like, I'm doing everything, but why isn't it working? Because protective styles are supposed to grow my hair. I have seen so many women doing protective styles and their hair is flourishing, but why is mine not? Sometimes I used to blame my hair type because I have 4C hair. I thought that maybe because I have 4C hair, my hair is not growing and it's not gonna grow. It's just gonna stay the same for years and years. So let me just make peace with it. I tried hair growth oils, sprays, deep conditioners, hair masks, you name it, but nothing was consistent and nothing worked long term. One day I looked at my hair after taking it down and I saw my hairline was disappearing. Literally. I had breakage, shedding, and I felt like I was just wasting my time. And that moment was when I decided to stop chasing after the next hairstyle and start building a plan. I created a hair growth strategy in which I broke down 8 weeks into small, manageable steps. I tracked my moisture, cleaned my scalp, used gentle oils, and actually paid attention to how my hair responded. And the result? In 60 days, my hair was softer, longer, thicker, and I wasn't scared to touch it anymore. It wasn't just about products, it was about consistency and care. I know what it feels like to be embarrassed about your hair, to wear a protective style for weeks hoping that your hair would grow, only to take it down and feel more discouraged. Your ends are dry, your hairline is breaking off, and worst of all, it's so frustrating. Here's what I realized. Protective styles don't grow your hair. It's how you take care of your hair before, during, and after the protective style that makes the difference. I mean, most of us make this mistake that when you get a protective style, you just forget about it. So we think that just because our hair is tucked away means that we don't have to care for it. But it needs more attention than you think. If you're not moisturizing your hair, protecting it at night, cleansing it occasionally, you're just letting dryness and buildup collect. And when you finally take the style down, you're surprised that your hair is breaking off, matting, and then you're disappointed. We've also been told that the tighter, the better. Tight doesn't mean effective. If your hairstyle is pulling your edges and hurting your scalp, you're not protecting anything. You're stressing out your follicles.
I got new braids, but these boys is so tight.
That kind of tension can literally kill your hairline. Protective styles should be secure and not painful. Another thing that we don't realize is that not all protective styles are equal. Some styles don't allow moisture in. I remember doing faux locks using the wrapping method, and when I tell you that you are not able to moisturize your hair, the only thing you can moisturize is your scalp. So be careful when you do faux locks, because at the end of the day, if your hair doesn't get that moisture, it is literally going to break off. That's what I experienced. My hair was dry, and when I even washed it, I saw clumps of hair coming out. So just remember, make sure that when you do a protective style, you are able to moisturize your hair while it's in that hairstyle. So someone would come and say that they're using oils, but their hair is not growing. I mean, yes, oils are good, but they're not miracle workers. The whole point of using oil is to seal in moisture. So make sure that your hair is damp and then apply the oil on it so that it can seal in that moisture for weeks on end. One thing you should never do or allow your stylist to do is to braid your hair while it's dirty, while it's tangled, while it's dry, because in that moment when your hairstylist is parting your hair, you are going to feel a lot of pain and you're going to see the hair falling off. This is one thing that a lot of women make, but they're not aware of it because they want to look good in that style. And that is allowing the braider, or you yourself, when you braid your hair, you take a lot of weave and put it on a little strand of hair. I mean, that hair strand would be hanging for its life. And the moment when that braid comes off, your hair comes off with it. I know you know what I'm talking about. Even if you put your hair up in a ponytail, your hair is so heavy. So when you do your hair, just make sure that you use a little amount of hair weave according to how much hair you're taking out. For all my wig wearers and sew-in girlies, please stop using glue to glue down your wigs. Stop using glue to glue down your weave. I know it looks good, but at the end of the day, your hair is going to come off whether you like it or not. If the stylist makes one mistake, you're gonna be crying for your edges. You're gonna be crying for your entire hair.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
This was never a quick weave. Y'all, why this girl got my friend's hair messed up? Like, you can't even pull this. Her hair is ripping out. And then look up this side. Like, this was all attached to her edges, but she got in the shower and I told her to like wet it and like rub conditioner through her hair. And it's still like extra tight. Like, you really gonna have to pull that. Look at her edges, y'all.
I always tell people this. Every time you take your hair down, make sure that you don't have anything to do or you have free time, because if you rush taking down your hair and you find some knots and tangles, you're just gonna rip through it because you wanna go out. But it requires patience when you take down your hair, so that when you come across knots and tangles, you can just actually spray some water, detangle it thoroughly, and then comb out your hair and wash it and do all of those things. If you have made any of these mistakes, don't worry. We've all been there, but now that you know better, you can do better.
That's why I created this hair growth guide for women who are struggling to grow their hair just like I was. Stop wasting time chasing product after product when you can use the growth reset routine to reach your hair goals.
Click the link in the description box and start your hair growth journey today.